Chelsea win 3-0 over Club America, and we need to talk about the formation, the tactics that Enzo Maresca utilized in this match, and some key factors that really do give hope to Chelsea fans this season. Dewsbury-Hall being one of those that we will talk about him in just a second. But one of the other things we need to talk about is Malo Gusto, who played very well, not as only a left back, but as an inverted player as well. We did see this rotation here, and I think this has been the better option. We have seen Reece James move into this position, but it hasn't really worked out for him too much. And yes, you could argue that he has played this position before, but I would make the argument that's been multiple seasons ago, and he hasn't played there, and Maresca is asking for different things as well. So therefore, again, this may actually be the better route. Now, obviously, we do have Cucurella out in this side who could easily do this as well, but for the sake of the time being right now, Gusto was working in this position, who did really well and allowed then Lavia to really float around and dictate, because as we were moving the ball around, Lavia was constantly moving to pick the ball wherever it was deeper in this line position, which able to turn on the defense and find players out on the wing, whether it was Sterling, Matawaki, and really, Noni definitely had a good, solid game this match. Did have a goal off a penalty kick. Yes, you could say there was an issue with the first penalty kick, but we're not going to get into that in this video. But he is able to really drive into this side. Now, same thing with him. More likely not, this is Cole Palmer's position, but he has a case to really step up and get a lot of minutes this upcoming season, and I would not be surprised. But like I said, the one other play we do want to talk about is Dewsbury-Hall. Now, I want to show you this clip right here, looking in front of goal at the 18. One of the things we need to look at here is his positioning inside the midfield. Now, if we circle him here, we are seeing how much space he is able to create in this area. Now, if we back it up just a second here, the reason he was able to create this is the amount of running he did to get into this space. And as the ball moves to the left, to the right here, to find him, this is a perfect spot for him to do multiple options. Now, he did in this game have multiple chances to score a goal, was unable to find the back net, but did pick up an assist later in this match. On this instance here, he did not get an assist, but he did play the ball forward here, and it was Nkuku who did run over the top for him to have a good opportunity. Now, we did not find the back net, but what we are seeing with this player is that he is more than capable of just doing one thing. He's able to, again, create space, create chances for other players around him, take a shot from outside the box, but also create a lot of chaos for the defense, because they do not know where to man mark him or what he's going to be doing, which makes these guys here question where they should be, even though they are spaced out a little bit further than they should be. But this also makes the goalkeeper wondering if he should come out as well. And therefore, again, these are multiple things that are happening very quickly, but Dewsbury-Hall is able to think very quickly and make the changes that needs to create chances for not only himself, but for players around him. Not only were we seeing him in that capability, but we also saw him floating around on this left side. Now, if you were to look at his heat map, it mostly would be in this area. And again, he is going to be a very key player for Maresca moving forward. And yes, the argument is we have so many potential midfield players, it's going to be very difficult to fit all these players in, because we're not seeing Caicedo in here, we're not seeing Enzo, we're not seeing Cole Palmer, and we're not even seeing, again, the majority of the other players that can really step in this position. But that being said, Dewsbury-Hall has the capability of really dictating this entire area as well. So not only do we have Lavia who can do this here in this position, but then we have Dewsbury-Hall who's doing it in this position as well. And not only was he able to have multiple shots in this area, and granted none of them were on target or went in, he was still able to dribble down, play across the ball, when Mark Gay was able to hit the ball in. And it was a good build-up, because a lot of players were involved in this play. And like I said, he has the capability of being that last player to, again, get the ball where it needs to be, to find the player, to hopefully find the back of the net. And I would argue that this game really showed his depth as a player and what he can really offer, and why Maresca utilized him so much last year at Leicester City and why he's going to be utilized this upcoming season. Now, like I said, it will be difficult to see who exactly will start, but more likely not, he will be one of the players that will be in the starting 11. I think it'll be Caicedo, Enzo, and Dewsbury-Hall. And we more likely not will drop Sterling. Gehu most likely will stop. And Cook will be up top. And we'll see Cole Palmer on that side. And therefore, again, this is starting to look like a better team. I know in the first two preseasons I had mentioned how we weren't looking very good. We kept a clean sheet with these players here. And obviously we did have some substitutions come in. But all three of these players did really well. And even Sanchez, I think, had a very good game. Didn't have too many opportunities to really show off his class. Did have a big save in that first half, though. Overall, though, we're finally starting to see everything work itself out with Maresca's tactics, his styles, how, again, we are splitting some of these players out. So, like I said, we're rather seeing James going up like this, Tosin and Badiashile going a little bit wider, Gusto out here, Lavia as well, and then Sanchez moving up to, again, play balls in multiple areas. And therefore, again, this allows us to really dictate how we want to possess the ball. And this also then spreads out the other team because as we have such large space and gaps here, it's difficult for them to block these channels. And we will have more videos in more depth on what Enzo Maresca has been able to do. But really the big key takeaway in this match for Club America was Dewsbury-Hall and Lavia and how much they have been just improving under this manager and why they might not be droppable, which again is really difficult for the manager to, again, decide who's going to start in the first match. Now, granted, again, he probably has a better idea than all of us all combined, but still, he has a good problem right now in that midfield. If you did enjoy this video, I greatly appreciate, though, if you do hit the like and subscribe. And if you did not hear, I did come out with a new book. It's called Dominate the Pitch. It talks about tactics and how to become a better player. If you want, check it out. It's on Amazon. I greatly appreciate it, and it does help the channel. It does help support me. So again, check it out. You can get it on the Kindle. You can buy it paperback, however you want it. Like I said, check it out. If you like it, great. If you don't, I'm sorry. But like I said, it is a new book I just released, and I hope you do enjoy it.